So last night's quick test of the Golden Gate tap room turned into about a 12-13 hour session in the Golden Gate tap room. Didn't leave there until 1:30 this morning, but that's because for some reason we thought Monday night football was going to be a lot later to kick off. For some reason we had 8 o'clock an hour ahead, but it kicked off at 5. So we were in there by I think about 2 o'clock, 2:30. And after we'd had a couple of drinks and a couple of games of pool, we thought, well, we may as well stay for the Rams-Ravens game. And then once the Rams-Ravens game had finished, obviously it was quite late on. We didn't particularly want to go anywhere else. We had a bite to eat and basically played pool for the rest of the night. And it was lovely, nice place. Prices were reasonable, food was nice, and the people that were in there were friendly. So yeah, it was a good place. So now I'm down on P39 while David recovers, and I thought I'd come out and just get some video done while it's still dry, because it's forecast rain today from about 2 o'clock onwards, and that's going to continue all the way through to Thursday. So I thought I'd pop out, get this done now, and give you an idea of whereabouts we stay when we do come into San Francisco. So I am just along from P39. So P39 is in that direction there, so just over those boats. You'll probably be able to hear the sea lions. So P39 is just over those boats there, past those boats. That's P39. And as you scan round, you'll see the sign for Hotel Zephyr. That's the hotel that we've stayed in this time. It's a lot closer to P39. It's quite convenient. Lovely little hotel, nice and clean, nice and quiet. We haven't been in the bar yet, and we haven't eaten there yet either. So no idea what that's like. But it gives you an idea of how close we actually stay to P39. And the reason we do that is because we like the area, we like the bars, we like the food. Just off to the right there, you'll see Boudin's. That's the sourdough bread place, absolutely fantastic. Great bowl of clam chowder in there. And you'll see some of the other recognisable features. You can just about make out Coit Tower and the Trans-America Pyramid just popping over the car park there. As we move back around to the right, you'll see in the distance there the red and white fleet. That's the boats we went on in 2017 for the Bridge to Bridge beer cruise. That was a good cruise. And what we found out the other day is, so when we tailgated with Jose works for the Blue and Gold fleet, which is right in front of us now. But he only works Wednesday to Saturday, I believe. And with it being Thanksgiving this week, he's not in Thursday. But we might hook up with Jose, go out on a boat ride. We'll see what the weather's going to be like, because like I said, if he's only starting tomorrow and it's going to be raining all day, I'm not sure what we'll do about that. We'll just have to wait and see. So it looks as though a few of the sea lions are having a bit play about in the water there. Normally you just see them lazing about up on the barges, on the wooden boards. So this is a bit of an alternative view of the sea lions. Back in 2017 I was on the opposite side, which is closer to them. But obviously the noise from the sea lions is quite loud, and it kind of drowns you out of it. So I thought I'd back off, come across here and show you the sea lions from this perspective. Hopefully the noise is not travelling too much. And I'm also using an external lavalier mic as well, just to see if I can improve the audio on the videos I've got. A couple of seconds ago we did have some sea lions playing. I can see one dipping in and out the water there. Hopefully you'll be able to see in the distance there. I appreciate, because it's on the GoPro, it's going to be quite small. But as you walk back along towards the entrance to P39, you've got 3 of the iconic buildings from San Francisco, or in San Francisco. You've got the Trans-America Pyramid on the right. In the centre, in the background, is the Salesforce Tower, which is now the biggest building in San Francisco. And on the left-hand side, you've got Coit Tower, which is it's a memorial for firefighters. That was donated, money was donated by somebody called Coit, which is why it's called Coit Tower. We've yet to get up there, but hopefully this week we will get up there. Obviously we've been here 4 times now. With it being the festive season, we've obviously got the Christmas decorations up at P39, the Christmas tree. When we came the other night, I think it was the first night we were here, to be honest, they were testing the lights. They were going through, actually had a laptop connected up to the lights, and they were going through all the different sequences, getting it programmed. So it's ready for the tree lighting ceremony, which I think is this Thursday, Thanksgiving. But not entirely sure. It's quite quiet in P39 today, and unsurprising because it's a little bit cooler than what we've had over the last couple of days. It was forecast it's going to get even colder by Thursday, and that's when we're going to have that dramatic drop-off in temperature. So as you enter P39, just to my left here, this is the Wipeout Bar and Grill. So this is a place that both David and myself come to quite often. Do decent pizzas, nice pint, friendly. A little bit expensive, but it's because you're down in the tourist area, but we just like this. Over on the right here, the building that is now boarded up, that used to be the NFL and college shop. So we're a bit gutted that that's closed, because you used to be able to get some cheap bargains in there. So we've looked out there a bit, and apparently it only closed 4 weeks ago, I think. Actually, it's got a sign on there. So after 39 years of delighting guests from around the world, the NFL shop was closed for business. Not entirely sure why. There was also a lot of people in. However, having said that, me and David used to go in there quite regular and not buy anything. So obviously if everybody's like me and David, it's no wonder they've gone out of business or they've closed, because they just can't afford it.
Yeah.
There's plenty of sweet shops here. Chocolate, ice cream, waffle places. That's why it's quiet. Stores don't open until 10 o'clock. I've probably picked quite a good time actually to come down here. As with everywhere else nowadays, there's a lot of construction work going on. Things changing. Another shop that's closed down here. They used to have a memorabilia shop. That was quite expensive. We talking a couple of grand for pieces of artwork in there with signatures on. So, yeah, no surprise that one closed down. I think they had a Joe Montana signed helmet in there, and that was $800-900. Same thing you can get off Fanatics for $600. So yeah, it's no wonder that one closed down. So P39 isn't actually that big. As you can tell, it's only taken 2 minutes to get from the front of it all the way to the back. And at the back, as you can see, Bubba Gumps there. Below Bubba Gumps is Players Bar. So that's the sports bar that we went to in 2017 to watch some of the football. Again, it's a nice place, but because you're in the tourist area, it's a little bit more expensive than other places. The food was nice, the beer was nice, they've got TV screens all over the place. The service was a bit shocking. It took us ages to get served, and they didn't bother coming back asking if the food was okay. It was, but they didn't bother coming back asking. So yeah, the service wasn't great. And I think now that we found the Golden Gate tap room, we'll more than likely watch the Thanksgiving games in there after we've been up and watched the Turkey Bowl. So that is P39 in a nutshell. It's not that long. All the shops are your touristy, tacky shops, that sort of stuff. But I thought it would be good to actually talk through rather than just walk through and show you everywhere. Just some of the places that we tend to go to, or we have been in the past, and what we thought of them. So there's a Christmas shop over in the corner there. No doubt I'll be visiting that before I go home, with us being Mr. Christmas and all. So upstairs, somewhere around here, is a bar that I went into back in 2013. So 2013 was my first visit over here. It really was a whistle-stop tour. Flew in on the Friday, flew back out on the Monday. Purely came over for the game, and that was it. So the Saturday, when I was running around San Francisco, trying to see as much of it as possible in the day I had, that wasn't a game day. One of the places I came on later on in the night was this bar up in P39. I think it was the first bar I'd actually noticed in the whole of San Francisco. But that's because I didn't end up going into the centre. So I don't think I did Union Square the first time I was here, even though I was literally just around the corner. Actually, no, that's not right, because Lefty O'Doul's was just off Union Square, and that's where we all met up after the game. So I think I briefly walked through Union Square. Again, not a bad view here. Now you can see how those buildings are set back a bit, because Coit Tower is now in the centre rather than over on the left. I could have sworn the bar was around here somewhere. So it appears that that bar has actually closed down. Unless it was right behind the set of stairs where I walked up, and I should have hung a right as soon as I got to the top of those stairs, and that's where I would have found that bar. And I think it is. I might have a wander back along there later and just have a look. On the way back from Coit Tower, the heavens opened and a storm hit the Bay Area. It was so severe that we basically spent the rest of the day locked up in the hotel until I think it was about 10:30 at night, when we ventured out to see if we could get something to eat. If you'd like to follow the 49er Faithful UK, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube.
Francisco 49 is deep in the heart. Like Joe Montana in the corner, D. Clark. Garrison Hurst, stiff farm going 99. Don't get it twisted, one and all with prime time. John Taylor, Jerry Rice down the sideline. NDB, greatest owner of all time. Gruden, Walgren, Bill Belichick were all students of Bill Walsh. Don't ever forget.